Hi everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. My name is Rachel. Today is Friday and I've started creating a flexibility Friday program series, whatever you want to call it. On Fridays, we're getting flexible. So today is specifically for the upper body, the neck, shoulders, core, back, stuff like that. So we're going to start finding a comfy seated position. So whatever that looks like for you, we're going to start with our neck. So just place your hands on your knees and let your chin come all the way down towards your collarbone. Just letting your head be nice and heavy. And if you want a little bit extra, you could take your hands, clasp them behind your head, and just get a little bit more of a stretch, but be nice and gentle the whole time. And then you're going to start to let that head roll over to your right ear. So let your head roll over to your right ear, I said, but I meant your right shoulder. I don't know if you noticed that. And so once your right ear is swelling towards your right shoulder, feeling the length through the side of the neck, you could take that right hand to help create a bit more length. But just try to really relax that left shoulder. And then we're going to go the other way, so let your head fall all the way back down. And roll all the way over to the left side, finding that side stretch. Option to take your left hand, and just create a bit more length. Nice, you guys, let go of that. Bring your chin back down towards your collarbone. And then lift that chin all the way up. So you can start to lift the chin a little bit more. You can go as far as you'd like in this one, but being gentle as always, relaxing through your shoulders. And then slowly bringing your head all the way back down to a nice neutral position, chin parallel with the floor. You can open your eyes if you close them. We're going to find our way onto our hands and our knees, so tabletop position. And once you're there, I want you to keep your knees about hip width apart. They could even come a little bit wider, but your hips are going to stay stacking above your knees. We're going to walk our arms forward and start to lower our forehead and our chest down towards the mat for puppy dog. So the more you lengthen through the arms and bring the forearms together, the more or the deeper you're going to take puppy dog. It also comes from dropping the chest down towards the floor. So if it's okay on the low back to arch through the back, you can give that a try. But if it's not, just keep the spine nice and long. So if you want less in this one, you got pretty tight shoulders, like a lot of people, you can start to bend the elbows out to the sides, but still dropping the forehead towards the mat. So puppy dog. We're just going to take a few more breaths here in this one. If you want to try something different, bring your palms together and start to bend your elbows, lifting your hands over top of your head or behind your head. You might like this. I find that it changes the stretch I'm getting through my shoulders. Some people get into their triceps when they're here. All depends on where you're tighter. So if you're got your hands behind your head, you can start to bring them out back to your mat. Lift your chest up a little bit. Keep your left hand reaching out where it was and slide your right arm underneath of your chest. When you try and bring the right shoulder all the way down, still keeping the hips nice and high, resting your head on the mat. So you might want to open up. You might want to try to lift the left shoulder or you might try to pull that left shoulder down, whatever takes you further or whatever feels best. And then using an inhale, we'll start to lift back up. Bring your right hand back out and slide your left arm underneath your chest. And with an inhale, you can start to lift all the way back up. We're going to bring our hands in so that they're underneath of our shoulders. And we're going to slide forward. Actually, you know what, you guys? Let's start on our forearms. So bring your hips down, starting on your forearms. So untuck your toes, find the top of your feet. You can bring your legs out wide to start. When you bring the legs together, it's a little bit more pressure on the low back. So we're on our forearms for Sphinx pose. Pushing those forearms into the mat when you pull the shoulders away from the ears. You can look to your fingertips or maybe start to shift your gaze up, whatever you'd like better for the neck. But let the hips just sink into the mat, lifting the chest, trying to shine the chest forward as you drop your ears. You guys, I can't talk today. As you drop your shoulders away from your ears. So we're just going to take one more inhale and then exhale to lower the chest all the way down. We're going to go up one more time. Option to take that one further by coming into seal pose. But if you were good in Sphinx on your forearms, you're going to stay there. If you're coming with me into seal, you're going to start in Sphinx. So start on your forearms. And then just move your hands out about one palm, but your elbows are still really close to you. And then you're going to lift your arms off of the mat. So as you lift the chest this time, try to keep the hips touching your mat, melting into the mat. It's all about getting into the back here, the abdominals, and dropping the shoulders away from the ears. If you do want more, you can start to walk your hands closer to you like a seal might look when they move, but keeping the hips connected to the mat the entire time. Just deepening the back bend by bringing the shoulders further towards your hips by moving the hands in if you want to go there. So wherever you are, take a few more moments, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, feeling the back, feeling the abdominals. You can soften those glutes if you're keeping them tight. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, lower your chest all the way back down. You're going to take your right arm and you're going to place it out to the side. So bent elbow, like you're making a 90-degree angle. Your hand is going to come up by your head. And then you're going to bring your right cheek to the mat. And you're just going to start to lift the left side of your body like you want to lay onto your back. But you're only going to go as far as you need to feel that stretch through your right arm, shoulder, chest even. You might be getting a nice twist through the torso, but it's more about the shoulder. Nice work, you guys. Start to roll back onto your stomach. We're going to bring that left arm out to the side this time. So hands coming up by the head, elbows resting on the floor, and then your left cheek's going to come down. And you're going to start to roll the other way towards that arm. Like you want to go all the way over onto your back, but you're only going to go as far as you need to feel that nice stretch to that left arm, shoulder, chest. Nice, you guys. Slowly roll on back onto your stomach. Take a second if you need it. We're going to push ourselves up into our tabletop when you're ready for it. So finding your hands and your knees, just let me flip around here. So we're going to take our fingertips and turn them to point either to the corner or the sides of the mat, or if you're able to turn your fingertips to point towards your knees. So just make sure you're turning your fingers out to the side if you're bringing them towards your knees. Getting into the wrists and into the forearms. So turn the fingertips as much as you can. And then once you're there, just push your palms into the mat. Let your head be nice and heavy. Nice work, you guys. Start to turn those fingers back to face the front and just take a quick counter stretch. So bring the top of your hand to the mat and then the other one. And you can just do one hand at a time or both hands. Nice, you guys. So starting to sit on your heels. Let's sit on our heels. Starting to sit on our heels, bringing your hands beside you. Take a nice deep inhale. You're gonna reach your right arm up and over, lengthening through the side body. So really reach up and then lean over, getting that nice side stretch. And I want you to keep reaching further and further with those fingertips the whole time. Keep that nice side stretch. And then use a nice deep inhale to lift back up. And reset, and then inhale that left arm up and over. So reach for the ceiling, reach, 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 all the way up, all the way over. And breathing here. Keep reaching with those fingertips, feeling the nice stretch. And use a nice deep inhale to bring yourself all the way up. So staying on your knees, but just slide them out nice and wide, sitting back on the heels. Dropping your forehead down to the mat for child's pose, creating length through the spine, and just closing the eyes. And just feeling your breath. And trying to relax through the shoulders. Just let your arms be nice and heavy, even if your elbows bend a little bit. Let's stay for one more full cycle of breath. And then using an inhale, you can start to lift your forehead, walk your hands all the way in. Awesome work today, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until we meet again, namaste.